Hello Talawanda, welcome to episode 3 of Talk Techy to Me. My name is Josh Lawson and I'm happy to be here for all of your tech integration needs. To start with, I wanted to make you aware of a new resource you can access for tech integration resources. I've recently created a website using Google Sites that will house any updates and resources regarding technology integration. You can access the Tech Integration Resources site from the portal, or you can use the waffle from Abre. You'll notice on the left you can navigate to several pages. One page will house all of the Talk Techy to Me videos. Although I'm no longer updating the Tech Tip Tuesday blog, I've placed the archive here so you can access that if you'd like. Also, you'll see a page that holds the ISTE student standards as well as the ISTE educator standards, and I'll talk more about those later. From the homepage of the site, you can see there's a direct link to our personalized professional learning network. Here you can access the professional learning courses and receive automatic LPDC credit for completed courses. Each course is designed to take 30 minutes or less, and I wanted to be sure to mention that there are 2 new courses for you to take on the personalized professional learning network. There's one here that provides tips and tricks for teachers and students to use Google Docs. The other course is an introduction to the SAMR model. The SAMR model is a tool to help educators analyze their technology use to discover how effective it is at supporting learning. This is a course I highly recommend to all teachers K-12 because it will provide us with a common language to help us be more purposeful with our integration of technology so that we can provide more valuable experiences for our students. Directly below the PPL update, you'll see a section with an example of an EdTech choice board. This is a hyperlinked document that you can provide for your students to give them several different opportunities to show their learning. You can see this particular choice board has several options such as making green screen recordings, creating websites, and digital choose-your-own-adventure stories. Each option has links to video and text tutorials and other items that students might need to complete their work using that particular option. You can feel free to use this one if you wish, or you can edit this one to fit your own needs by clicking here to make a copy and edit. This was created using Google Drawings, which is the same tool that on the digital choice board was used to make the digital posters, so you can use those tutorials if you needed to get started. Further down on the home screen, you'll notice some information posted about ClassVR. ClassVR is a system that can provide virtual reality and augmented reality learning opportunities for your students. Hopefully you'd heard about this in some capacity before, as there is currently a set available for you and your students to use in each building in the district. Recently, I caught up with Kate Byrd over at Kramer Elementary, and she discussed how she's implemented virtual reality into her lessons with her students.
Hey, I am Kate Byrd, and I teach 4th and 5th grade reading intervention at Kramer, and we use the Leveled Literacy Intervention Program here, LLI, which I love, and it's wonderful. We read a book every day, and then we answer questions about it and work on vocabulary and kind of dissect the book a little bit. I wanted to bring in the virtual reality goggles into the classroom so that my students could get a better understanding of the far-off places we read about, the interesting people, all of the non-fiction books that we read. They're all places that my kiddos can't go, or they've never actually seen, or we could see in a YouTube video. But I thought that using the VR goggles would kind of give them a good sense of the places we are actually learning about. I wanted to give them a real-life look into what they are seeing on the pages so that they are able to make better connections and hopefully gain better comprehension with what we are reading. We have visited the Great Barrier Reef this year. We've taken a trip to Old Faithful. We've even walked on the moon. With VR, they are able to get immersed into these places that we're reading about, and it allows them to get a better understanding of our topic. It also gets them excited to come into my room. They want to come in here every day for the 40 minutes that they're in here. And they want to see what book we're reading next, and they want to figure out if that book is going to be a place where we can take a virtual reality field trip to. VR has been an amazing tool for me to engage my students and increase their comprehension, and has brought a whole new level of fun to the reading. Josh came in, taught me exactly what to do, and I feel like I had it down in just that 15-20 minutes he was here, and it's a super easy program to use.
Thank you so much, Kate, for taking the time to share how you're innovating your teaching practice using virtual reality. There are quite a few teachers in other buildings starting to utilize these tools in their classrooms as well. Truly, there are connections to be found in every grade level across all content areas, and I promise that your students will be engaged and excited to participate in virtual reality. Definitely contact me if you'd like training to use this yourself, or if you'd like to plan some learning experiences for your students with me. At the end of last school year, I had the opportunity to go through the process to become an ISTE certified educator. ISTE, or the International Society for Technology and Education, is a nonprofit organization that serves educators interested in the use of technology in education. They provide many resources to support professional learning, including the widely adopted ISTE standards for students, as well as the ISTE standards for teachers. You can find both of those on the Tech Integration Resources website. At the beginning of this school year, I learned that Sarah Roche, Talawanda's elementary STEM instructor, went through the same ISTE training over the summer that I had. In talking through our shared learning experience, we decided to figure out a way that we could implement the ISTE student standards in a meaningful way for our students, and thus the BraveBag was born. Ms. Roche stopped by recently to talk about her experience going through the ISTE certification process and the new BraveBag initiative that we are currently starting in grades 3 through 5.
Thanks, Mr. Lawson. It's great to be here. I'm Sarah Roche, and I am the elementary STEM instructor for the Talawanda School District. I travel to all 3 elementary schools and teach 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. This summer, I went to the ISTE training in Louisville, Kentucky. There, I learned a lot about being more intentional with our use of technology. I have taught STEM for 5 years now, and I have changed little pieces along the way, but I hadn't really tackled many technology pieces. After the training, I learned that I can import small pieces of technology into my lessons and still continue on and have the desired outcome. From that, literally the day before school, Mr. Lawson and I talked, and we decided that we wanted to implement something this year called the BraveBag. The BraveBag is an individualized website for each student in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. The BraveBag is actually a Google site, so they're learning how to build a Google site, but it will house artifacts completed with technology tools so that at the end of the year, each student will have a digital portfolio of their work. To organize the BraveBag, we've introduced the ISTE student standards to all students in grades 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and they are aware and they are starting to understand some of the pieces of technology that they are creating. STEM hasn't changed. We are still building with straws, we are still launching rockets, we are still creating coding projects, but there are pieces embedded throughout the lessons that allow students to share their knowledge through the use of technology. Each cycle, I will go through the buildings and I will help students identify which artifacts match each standard. Each BraveBag won't look the same because all students are identifying and understanding their own work, and they may place their work in different standards. I don't think that this is limited to just STEM. Several teachers have started to catch on to the BraveBag idea, and they're beginning to be more intentional with their use of technology. And I want to thank all of the teachers, especially in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, that have allowed me to take a risk and allowed us all together to move forward and to understand how students can better use technology within the classroom. Thanks.
Thanks for all the great information, Ms. Roche. I wanted to reiterate that even though Ms. Roche and I are using the BraveBag initiative with her classes in STEM, this is not a STEM initiative, but it is a tech integration initiative. The ISTE educator standards, as well as the ISTE student standards, which the BraveBag was modeled from, are appropriate for all grade levels and across all contents. If you would like to discuss how you could use this in your classroom, your grade level, or even in your building, please let me know. I've talked to Lindsay Gregg about the possibility of providing this opportunity for some of the Talawanda staff to go through the ISTE certification process, and she seems to be open to the idea. If you think you might be interested or have any questions about that training, definitely let me know and we can talk, and I will be sending out more information about this as it becomes available. I think that's it for now. Please don't hesitate to contact me with any questions or concerns you may have with any technology you may be trying to integrate in your classroom. And remember, teaching has not changed, but the toolbox has, and it will continue to do so. So let's empower our students to employ those tools to create authentic learning experiences for our students. Thank you and have a great day.